It's time to customize the Fall 2025 Rachel Zoe Curateur Box. We're going to talk about it today. We're going to look at some of the spoilers that are out there, kind of an early sneak peek of what we're going to be seeing in our boxes. Whether this is a keep or a pass, and what you can do if you decide to skip. We're going to look at that option and some other things that I am weighing. Kind of talk a little bit about, is this box worth it or not? All of the above. So if that interests you, stick around and we'll dive right on into it. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Cher. So I cover a lot of different beauty boxes on my channel if you're new here. And I've got a few lifestyle boxes going as well. So I've recently been doing FabFitFun. I get it both in PR, and I just recently signed up for my very first paid box also. I've also done some style boxes, some fragrances, some other things that are not just straight beauty, that incorporate other like lifestyle things in there too. The Rachel Zoe Curateur Box is both beauty and fashion pretty much. You're going to usually get 2 or 3 fashion pieces like purses and handbags, scarves, ponchos, clothes, jewelry, sunglasses, that kind of thing. And then 2 or 3 items with it are going to be beauty related. Usually like a skincare and a makeup item is what I've been seeing and how it typically goes. So this is primarily style and beauty in this box, and I really came to love it. I fell in love with it when I discovered it. It's very expensive. It's probably my most expensive subscription box that I do. And I felt like for a while it's been worth it because I love the mix of things in it. I just feel like the handbags I've gotten and the sunglasses, everything I've just loved. And it's my style. It's really fit me and like what I look for, but it is a very pricey one, and so you have to really love it to make it worth it. So this is one I've been really enjoying sharing with you guys because it's probably the one that would like really excite me the most, and it might also have to do with the fact that I cover a lot of beauty boxes on my channel, so I do like something that's different, that's not just all beauty, all skincare day in and day out, you know, something that gives me other lifestyle things too. I get very excited for. And this box has offered that for me. I gotta say though, this was the first box, upon first glance at least, where I just wasn't feeling it as much. I will say though that when I started looking at it, how they have it styled in their little professional setup, their little photo here, it does look more appealing. I'm really feeling the purse, the bag. I really want that bag. That usually is what draws me in on this box, is their adorable bags. They tend to do Walter Baker. Almost every purse we get in the Rachel Zoe Curateur box is always Walter Baker, but I have found that it's an amazing like quality, fabulous purses. And again, this one doesn't disappoint. This is gorgeous. So we'll kick it off with, this is one of our fixed products. We can start off with that bag. That is absolutely stunning. So I feel like the bag alone, I could get the box for. It's a lot of the other products in here though are not calling to me. I think that's really what it is. And this is the first time this has happened for me. Most of the boxes, every single item is amazing, or every one but like one, you know. This time it's really just the bag, the purse, maybe the necklace. All right, so let's start walking through it. If you're unfamiliar with how it works, you usually get about 3 products that you customize. So you're going to choose between like 2 products or so in each category, where it's between like 2 different color stories, or you know, the same brand, but just which style in that brand you want, that kind of thing. And then you get 2 products that are fixed, like everybody gets the same product of that. It's not customized. So the bag is going to be our first not customized product. And so this one everybody's going to get. And isn't that stunning? I think it's perfect for fall. I love this tan color, like light tan color. And I do feel like, okay, I've done a lot of handbags lately. And a lot of my handbags have come from the Curateur box, but I don't really have a good tan one like this. I think this is gorgeous and classy and elegant and perfect for fall. I love how it almost has this, it's not quite like a Birkin, like it's not exactly a Birkin style, but it's still the same idea with almost the briefcase idea, but in a smaller size going on. I don't know. It is just perfect in my opinion. This one's called the Meline. It does retail you $168 retail value. So if you were to go try to purchase this, some of the Walter Baker bags are out there in other places where you can find them. Others, they have just a particular curation that's only like a collab with Curateur. But I love this style. I think I've talked myself into the box now because of this particular bag. This is soft vegan leather. And I love that too, that it's vegan leather. I am actually a vegan in my eating. So it's a bonus for me when it's vegan in fashion as well. It also has a removable strap. So you can take this off and you can wear it in multiple ways. It's a convertible bag. So designed to fit seamlessly into your wardrobe. So I do love that. It's very, you know, professional looking. It kind of just has that like almost briefcase feeling to me. So I think that is perfect. I do love the Meline. So my favorite product by far, and at $168 retail value, you've paid for the box. You paid for the box. It's just a matter of would you normally pay that kind of money for a bag or not? Now I would, depending on the bag and depending on the name brand. I'm a little bit that way, but you know, so it is like the purse itself more than pays for the box. All right, the other product that's going to be your fixed non-customizable product is going to be a serum. So here's your beauty. We had one of fashion that's fixed and now one of beauty that's fixed. This is the Brilliance serum, 8 faces Brilliance serum, excuse me, and it's retailing for $108. I'm honestly not super familiar with this particular serum. Obviously it's high end if it's retailing $108. So it features an exclusive phytosome complex apparently. So it reveals more radiant and resilient skin at the cellular level. Now I have got to say that the skincare I have tried in the Curateur box has been amazing. And I was so glad to have discovered it and would not have really tried and discovered it without this box. So I will give them that. Size on it looks like 30 milliliters, which is about an ounce for $108 retail. It's a brightening one, so it targets discoloration, it diminishes UV damage, and unveils a smooth, even complexion with a luminous finish. All right, they may be selling me a little bit more, I'm not gonna lie. So it is biotech powered brightening. It's the next gen serum powered by biotech and rare botanicals. And also formulated to visibly even tone, refined texture, radiance, all of that. So honestly, these are all things I'm really focused on targeting: my discoloration, my age spots, hyperpigmentation, even skin tone, visibly smoothing the look of fine lines and wrinkles, and renewing and strengthening skin. So this does sound pretty incredible. Now, with it being powered by phytosome, those are rare active lotus plant cells that are working to brighten the skin, basically. And then Cica exosome supports the skin resilience, and advanced peptides that strengthens and smooths the skin. Okay, so I'm sold a little bit more. I'm excited now to try it. So it's interesting because it's like at first, when I looked at the box, I was like, meh, but when I really dig and start looking, I am getting more and more excited. All right, I did try to look up the cruelty-free status on this because that is something that's important to me in beauty, is if a product is cruelty-free. And it sounds like it's a little debated. Some claim it is, others claim it isn't. So I'm not sure at this point if I can 100% say, yes, it is cruelty-free. Yeah, so that'd be the only thing. So those were the 2 fixed products that everybody's going to be getting. Now we're going to look at the 3 that are customized. We have more beauty, and this time we have makeup. So now we have a NARS quad, which typically I think people get generally excited to get NARS, okay? I'm not always, because even though they're a fantastic formula and brand, they're not cruelty-free. So this is a brand I haven't been supporting. And the color stories are not really drawing me in that much, but I do think that they look exactly appropriate and perfect for fall. So I think some will be happy about this. These eyeshadow quads run you about $36 retail value. You're going to get 2 different color stories to choose from. One is going to be the Singapore quad. On the face and on the model pictures, I don't see a lot of difference between these two quads. They both have very similar color stories. This one I'm seeing more maybe mauve-y tones in there, like burgundy mauve, you know, your fall burgundy, maybe a little more, the slightest bit more pink, cooler tone in there. Still feels very warm tone to me. So it's going to have a velvet matte, smooth satin, and then shimmer finishes too. You got a couple of shimmers in there, it looks like. I don't know. It's just not drawing me that much. Then you have the Taj Mahal one. And this one looks, I mean, they look very similar to me, but they're showing just a little bit lighter shades in it, maybe even slightly warmer than the other one, because I do see a pop of one that could almost turn a little bit more tan or like orange in appearance. Again, looks like you've got a couple of shimmers in there and then mattes and a smooth satin. Neither one really draw me in. And I think it's probably just because I have a million palettes of color stories like this that I've decluttered, that I don't have much use for it, and it's not cruelty free. But I know NARS is definitely probably something people would get excited to get in here in general. All right, the second customized item is going to be jewelry. So you're going to choose between either earrings or a necklace. The brand is Petite Moments. So you're choosing in the earrings, the Alexandria Huggies, and it's these little kind of like pearl drop downs, little droplet earrings, very pretty and elegant looking for sure. They're freshwater pearls. They retail you $40. They are gold at the top. And then you would also choose either that or the layered pearl necklace. The pearl necklace retails you $80. This is the one I'm more drawn to. I like layered necklaces like this, and I like pearls. So I love this one. This also is the freshwater pearls. They add a touch of sophistication that's perfect for pairing with cashmere sweaters, button downs, and more. I would definitely wear this. So I think like initially I was drawn in as like the two products I really liked in this was the bag, you know, purse, and then the necklace. Then the third one, I think this is what just really turned me off of the box at first and made me think meh, because this is what I saw first. And I thought, ugh, I am never going to wear a bandana or a scarf. I'm just not a scarf person. And I have some. I do have a few scarves. Like I've got some like name brand ones that I'll put on my purses, and they have it styled in the picture to wrap your purse. And it does go beautifully with this tan bag, I have to admit. But I already have several that I actually like better than these. So that's the only use I really have for it. Every now and then I might make a headband out of it or something, but I'm never going to wear one here. I'm just not like a scarf gal. So to me, I'm like, this is a total waste of a slot, but it does look elegant, I will admit. They have two to choose from. One is the Paradise bandana and one is the Odyssey bandana. Both retail you $49. The Paradise has this kind of like cheetah on it. So I do kind of like that with the animal theme on it. And I do think it gives that a very sophisticated look. It kind of has that like Banana Republic thing going on, you know, if I used scarves. So if I go for one, it's going to be this one probably. I do like the, you know, the animal theme. But then the Odyssey one, this is more of your red, like paisley designs, you know, and I do feel like this screams fall a little bit more to me and goes with that purse so well too. So I don't know. So this is what you'd be picking between. It's from Echo. Now, like I said, probably my least favorite product in this whole box. And I'm used to there being maybe like one product that doesn't do it for me, you know. I just was like, I'm not feeling the NARS. I'm not feeling the bandanas. At first, I had never heard of the serum, so I was like, eh. So it was really just like, did I want the box just for the purse and maybe the necklace? I wasn't so sure. But as I've been digging through this a little more, I'm a little more excited. I am actually excited about that serum. So I will say 3 out of the 5 for me are big hits now. The NARS, I guess I'll have to see when it gets here. Maybe I end up loving the NARS. Maybe. And I guess I'll just have an extra bandana or scarf. I do like the little cheetah on there, if I can just find a use for it. But anyway, so that's all of the spoilers for the Rachel Zoe Curateur Box. Again, I have loved the subscription. I just always felt like it really nailed my style. I do think it nailed my style as far as the jewelry and the bag goes, just not in the scarves. So it's like half and half on the box for me this time. I just wasn't sure, did I want to spend $125 if I'm half and half on a box? That was my thinking. I do want to show you really quickly though, like we discussed in the beginning, if you consider skipping, which I did, I thought I might skip it. This is the first time I've really thought about truly skipping the box. So I went to go check it out, and what they do is you don't truly skip, you get a credit. So they'll still charge you no matter what. They're going to charge you the $125. But what you could do is you can opt to replace your subscription box, this fall box, with something else from the shop. So I started shopping in the shop a little bit. So I want to give you a feel for like what the shop looks like. Everything in there is pretty high end though. So most of the things in the shop are worth more than the cost of your box. You also sometimes get a good bit of credit, but they don't always let you use the credit at the same time as your box. So it's just, I've never used my credit for that reason. Nothing's ever truly stood out to me. They do other edits in here too sometimes. Nothing's really, I've never wanted anything enough to go for it. But I will say I really like this weekender bag, and it's like $118. So it's not quite the same cost as the box. So I was trying to decide, should I get the whole box where I really know I want that bag, that purse, or should I just get this weekender that's worth even less than what I spend on the box? I don't know, because you can't really get this in anything else because everything else is too expensive. It's not going to add up to the $125. Now I thought about throwing in some of the sunglasses in here because they've got a few cute pairs. I really love this one pair. But $35 plus $118 comes to more than the $125. So I'd have to spend more on that to make it, you know, it doesn't line up. It doesn't add up to the same amount. So they really make it not in your best interest to replace it with store credit, because you're never going to find anything that amounts to the same amount. You know, retail value wise, it's definitely in your best interest to get the fall box. But if there's something you love and really want, so I was really contemplating getting the weekender bag and maybe paying a little extra to throw in the sunglasses. But I think I've talked myself into the box now because I love this purse. That's really what I'm going for, is the purse. I wish there was a way to just toss everything else and get the purse and the weekender bag, but not going to happen. So, all right. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out. And it's either skip and get credit or cancel your subscription. And I was mulling that over too, because I was like, well, have I come to the point where I feel like it's not worth it? Because I think now that I've been doing FabFitFun, I got 7 items in this last fall box for the price of like $70 because I locked it in before the price hike. And even with the price hike, it's still way cheaper than this Curateur box is. And I got a really awesome purse out of that one too. And so many other things also. So I'm seeing the price differences here and how much more you can get, way more value you can get with the FabFitFun box, and still get some of those lifestyle things you want in fashion also. It's just that sometimes the Curateur box, it's just magic. It's just, they just style me just right. It hits just right. I think this is just the first month for me. It didn't hit just right. So I was really trying to contemplate that and like, have I reached the point then where it's not hitting right anymore or not? I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to cancel yet because I do love this purse. It's all for the purse. All right, guys, that wraps it up. That's my dilemma. Let me know what you think. I am open to hearing you weigh in. I know there's a lot of things I can buy with $125. I know. Let me know what you think. And do you get this one too? And if you are interested in it, I will put the info down in the caption for you. Stay tuned. I will probably go for it and bring you the unboxing. Either that or I will probably go for the shop credit and bring you that unboxing. Either way, I'm pretty sure I'll bring you an unboxing. So you don't want to miss it all. And if you like to see a lot of other subscriptions, curations, shopping hauls, sales, deals, you name it, you want to stick around here and pop that subscribe. And I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Bye.